Welcome back. This time I'm going to refurbish these front doors. As you can see, the varnish has started to fail, to wear thin, and also doors have been bleached out on the sun. You can see original color, it's there by the hinges. It's much more redder or browner than what is on the face that has been exposed to sun. So sun, wind, rain made the impact on the face of the doors, so I'm going to refurbish it now. These doors have been installed and varnished about 8 years ago, so they did hold up fairly well. Originally it's been applied just standard Yacht varnish, and I'm gonna do that again. So in order to reapply Yacht varnish, I really need to sand down absolutely everything. Remove the old coating back to bare wood, and then nicely sand bare wood, flatten it down, and then I can carry on and start actually varnishing. At this point, I'm as you can see, using a 5-inch random orbital sander with 60 grit paper discs, and also I have attached it to vacuum cleaner, good old Henry, and to actually minimize dust, and it's really good. Now let's see if it's going to be visible on the camera. I took grade 60, sorry. Took majority of top layer of the varnish. So this is now wood. There's no varnish on it, but some of the varnish is impregnated into the wood, so you can see it's quite blotchy there. Then I replaced the disc with fresh one, again 60 grade. You can see where I took varnish off. You can see outline of the darker wood and lighter wood, and it's a bit blotchy. Then I'm going with a fresh one across the whole thing to even it all up. And you can see here on this panel where the lion head knocker is, so you can just about see there. That's where it's sanded with a fresh one, and this is where just varnish was taken away. You can see the difference. You can actually see the outline. You can't feel anything, but you can see the outline. Same as here. So just going now with this fresh grade 60 and just taking another layer off across the whole door. I already done this door here. Only doing outside, not doing inside. Inside is it's all good. It will be refreshed on the inside, but I'm just gonna do clean up and very light flattening, keying in, and then put another fresh coat on. But the outside needs quite a lot of work. So now I'm just carrying on with sanding surface of the door to remove any traces of impregnated varnish that is actually going into the surface of the wood. And every now and again put a fresh nice new paper disc and just carry on. It is a tedious job, to be honest, but I think it's worth it, especially when you see the end result. It changes complete appearance of the house. All recessed parts have to be sanded by hand, unfortunately. The first pass will be with the 80 grit paper, and then second pass will be with 120 grit paper. Now the whole door has been sanded down with a coarse, so 60 grade on the sander and 60 grade behind in between. Now I'm gonna put 120 grade on the sander and just flatten it all down, and 120 behind in between all the moldings, and then we'll be ready to clean up. Just to say, these are the discs I'm using, the trend discs. They're really good. Now 120 is done. It's much smoother now all the way around. Now, because the first coat with yacht varnish, you have to dilute the yacht varnish almost like a mist coat. So I diluted with a white spirit. The idea of that is to make it thinner, as thin as possible, so it actually penetrates into the grain of the wood rather than just being a film on top of the wood. Many people do that wrong, that they don't do that first step, and then they do all the sanding and all that, and then they put it on thick, and that forms the film over the wood that can peel off, blisters and peels off. So really the first coat needs to be diluted so it penetrates and locks into that grain. Now, because I'm going to be doing that, and because there is nothing wrong on inside of these doors, so like there, and also in here, you can see how it didn't discolor, it's all there. So I will put a coat or two on this side as well. I'll have to clean it up first and sand it down, but for now these edges that I'm going to lap over with my mist coat, I'm just going to pre-treat them with some 180 grade paper, just to key it up so I don't get any peeling off. So 180, you can even use 240 really, it's just to key it up, just like that. Once it's all been sanded down, we're going to give it a good old vacuum clean, absolutely everywhere, including inside, the floor, skirtings, everything. I haven't removed the latch because it has loose, it loosed its coating, so I sanded it down and I'm going to recoat it. Now, because all other furniture has the door knobs and the little knockers, we're going to coat up in black. We're going to coat that black as well. Also this band here, that has been brown, is going to go black now. But before I do black, I'll do the priming coat all the way around. With yacht varnish. Now, after it's been hoovered up or vacuumed, gonna use a rag and white spirit and wash all the dust off from the surface. Now whilst that white spirit on the door is drying out, I'm going to prepare stuff for the first coat. Got a milk tub, clean, dry. Got a Yacht varnish, some baritone, coatings and finishes. There you go, clear gloss. Now before I pour that in, I'll get some white spirit in. I put some white spirit in here. And now I got my clean dry brush. I'm going to prime the brush, because when you do painting, especially oil-based paints, you don't want oil-based paint to go straight down in the base of the bristle. So you want to prime the brush in the white spirit. Make sure that that bristle drinks the white spirit all the way into the base. Let it drip off, shake off. Now you want to give it a good shake so all excess is gone, but now these bristles are all coated with white spirit, so the paint is not going to harden up in the base of the brush. So let's open this. Now I got clean mixing stick. Just gonna give a good stir, or quick stir, in the painting, just in case if some oils are separated, so they lift up and remix. That can stay there. Now I'm going to stir this in. This is my priming coat. It's about 30% of white spirit, 30-35%, and the rest is Yacht varnish. Good stir. And being diluted with a white spirit, it will penetrate into the wood grain better. Now you notice that I cleaned this door with white spirit rather than metallized spirits. I did that because I've got white spirit ready and I'm putting oil-based Yacht varnish on. If I'm using any water-based paints or anything, I would use metallized spirit rather than white spirit. Instead of white spirit, you can also use turpentine. Right. The lid back on the rest of the varnish. And let's get ready. As you can see, the doors are dried out nicely. No white spirit residue. Now I'm going to apply a nice even coat on the outdoor. Obviously following the grain.
bare wood, it's very thirsty.
And here is first coat is done. Gonna leave it till tomorrow so it hardens up nicely. Then fine light sand it with a very fine sandpaper like 240 or 320, and then put second coat on. It will need probably about 5 or 6 coats on to get nice shine to it. This is now following day, so I'm just going to give it a quick sand down with 180. Already did this though, so it's a bit dusty. And now doing this one. It is really just to flatten it down. You might hear this. So, oops. Just to flatten the fibers. Just quickly all the way around, then the frame. Down these edges, that's why they're white a little bit. Now carrying on down to the bottom. Once it's all been cleaned up, by putting a first coat of neat yacht varnish, not diluted. So it's been yesterday fully sanded down, cleaned up, diluted with about 30-35% white spirit, yacht varnish with white spirit, and put on as a mist coat, priming coat. Today when it's hardened up with 180 paper, flattened down, cleaned up with cloth and white spirit, and then when it dried out, now putting the first coat. And we'll go about 4 or 5 coats. This is the first coat now done.
It has got shine, but it's more like a soft gloss rather than full gloss, and it's wet. So tomorrow, because I'm going to work, my wife will try to do one more coat during morning, and then when I come back home I'll do one more coat, and hopefully in a couple of days we're going to rotate between us 5 or 6 coats. The inside of the door has been done about, that must be done 8 years ago, and you can see the shine reflection of the window with the shutters and everything. That had, I think, 5 coats on the inside back then. So we're gonna achieve at least that sort of finish on outside as well. Just keep in mind that oil-based yacht varnish, it takes about 6 hours to dry. So this door's gonna stay open now for 6 hours into evening, and then I'm gonna lock them up. Following morning, now doing another light sand down. You can see the shine is gone off it. So that white.
A quick sand down with 180, clean up, and then coat of varnish. Then let it dry, quick sand down, clean up, and then another coat of varnish. And then let it dry again.
Right, those had full 3 coats, and gonna get it ready now for 4th coat. So bit of, again, light sanding just to flatten everything up. Again, just a 180, almost no pressure on the paper. Just a little keying up. And again, like every other time, light sand, clean up, wash off with white spirit and cloth, let it dry, and then put one more coat. And it's really light sand down. You can see how fine surface is coming off. That's that white dust. It's hard to see it because it's still got reflection, but you can see there the dust. And that's all you need to do, just to flatten the surface, ready for another coat.
And then once this coat has been left to dry, a quick sand down all the way around, and then clean up, and then apply another coat, and then let it dry again. I went to work that day and my wife kindly, but without recording, completed all the moldings, infills with black and put all the furniture back on. Well done, wife. That's really, really good. The doors are looking stunning now, I think. Please share your opinions. If you got any questions, please ask in the comments. Also, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. And also, another thing, if you would like to see something done, please let me know. Please let me know in comments and I'll do my best to make a video about it.